we're back to some more crazy crime stories on the Pen and the Shank today at Eric's ADHD studio. Give him a shout out. But we're going to jump straight into the story coming straight out of New Orleans. I saw this story during the week when I was with my wife watching the news, and I'm like, man, we definitely going to cover this story on the channel because this security guard, as we're going to see in this video, has to defend himself and basically do his job. You know, nowadays security guards can't do their own jobs because everybody got something to say whenever they have to pull out when things get real, basically, you know what I mean? And they got a blast. So that's what happens here. And so the security guard got to defend himself, and he's supposed to defend the dollar store, right?
Correct.
You paying a dollar store security to defend the dollar store.
Yes.
So when they defend the dollar store, then everybody's up in arms because they had to defend themselves, right? And now all of a sudden, the perpetrator becomes the victims.
Correct.
Well, in this story, it takes a mega twist and turn that's going to blow y'all mind. You're going to have to watch and see. Let's get right into playing it.
In an extremely rare court ruling, a security guard was given probation even though he faced a mandatory 10-year prison sentence. Nicholas Williams was convicted after firing a warning shot that hit a belligerent trespasser. Williams got the break when a judge declared the sentence unfair and unconstitutional. But now his mom is facing a felony charge of her own. So did Tanya Brumfield go too far in helping her son? Investigative reporter Mike Pearlstein explores this case in this exclusive and bizarre story.
Nicholas Williams' family and friends were in disbelief when he was hauled off to jail after being convicted of aggravated battery.
How could you possibly arrest someone for protecting themselves from harm?
Williams was working as a security guard when he fired a warning shot at a belligerent trespasser he had removed from the store, hitting the man in the leg. Despite Williams' argument of self-defense, he was convicted of not only the battery, but also a firearms charge that carries a 10-year minimum sentence.
He was literally doing his job as a security guard.
Nobody took it harder than Williams.
Hold up, man. You see what I'm saying?
That's pretty wild.
He was doing his job as a security guard, and he winds up catching a case.
Yeah.
I mean, what you think about that?
I think, so it sounds like they said the warning shot hit, was it like hit
It
somebody
hit
walking?
a belligerent customer who was
Gotcha.
trespassing.
Gotcha. Well, was that the shot that so did he fire a shot at somebody or did he?
Fired a shot as a warning shot, and it wound up hitting the perpetrator, from my understanding.
So that sounds more like an accident.
Well, it was an accident. He didn't accidentally fire the gun. He intentionally fired the gun, but he didn't intend to hit the perpetrator.
Right.
But he did hit him.
Damn.
And so now my man is working at the dollar store, and now he got a charge. I mean, just from hearing this part of the video, what would, in your mind, do you think that sounds like a justifiable charge or an unjustifiable charge with the little bit of information that they have?
I mean, if he didn't mean to do it, I don't know. I mean, was that person trying to rob the store?
I don't think they were trying to rob the store. I mean, they might have been stealing, but I don't think it was like an armed robbery or nothing like that.
Damn.
Trespassing is what the word they use, and belligerent.
Right. Yeah. Sound like yeah.
I mean, but that's still causing problems for the store and the customers in the store and also the employees.
Oh yeah, especially if they tried to remove them. Like if they asked the person to leave, then they're trespassing.
And so
Technically.
yeah, well, they are trespassing, and plus, not just that. Think about it: if you worked in the store, right, or even put your, I mean, you're a man, you know. I mean, we men, we a little more confident in defending ourselves, even though we try to avoid stuff.
Yeah.
But if you're a little lady or a little older lady, or maybe an elderly man
Yeah.
working in a store and there's a belligerent customer acting like a fool,
For sure.
you might feel a little more threatened and kind of
Oh yeah.
expect a security guard to do his job.
Yeah, and it sounds like the belligerent person got belligerent, and
Caught his issue, I guess.
yeah,
I mean, here's another thing. Would you go to a dollar store in New Orleans?
no.
I'm saying that because I've been to many dollar stores in the city, man.
I ain't never going to that one. That's for damn sure.
I
Fuck
think
that.
it's, I don't know. It looks
I've been
like,
to a when I was Ubering, I drove somebody to like almost the east at a Dollar General, I think. And
it was sketch.
Oh, dude, I was like, damn, fuck this.
What time was it when it
It
happened?
was around like 10:30. It was closing. Like she was she was Ubering home. She was like, yeah, it's pretty rough out here. I was like, yeah, definitely. I was like, I can't even believe you working out here by yourself. Like, damn. You know,
you
like,
was
I'm a
like,
dude, and I don't even think I would do that. But I mean, you know, it's like, you know, everybody, that's just normal, you know.
yeah,
But
that's-
it's fucking.
if you're
yeah.
from there, it's normal, right? If you
Yeah,
live
for
there.
sure. But like even the gas stations out there, it's wild. You know, yeah, I wouldn't dump gas over there if I had to.
Especially,
you know?
I mean, it's not about being scared. Neither. It's about being smart. To
Yeah,
me.
yeah, yeah.
You
Because
know, I
like
mean,
you know,
'cause if-
shit pops off, shit happens.
Yes, it kicks off, and you know you
Yeah.
don't know what you're going to be involved in. I know some dudes who I used to work with. You're not supposed to carry guns into the refineries and oil refineries and terminals, but I know dudes who would take the chance and carry their guns in the refineries because they had to go through the Ninth Ward to get to the refineries in Chalmette. And kind of, you know,
Damn.
and so they're like, man, look, if I get broke down, if I got to pump gas, if something happens, you know what I mean?
Right.
I'm not going to be without my iron. You know what I mean? So they would chance taking they would chance themselves getting a charge because you can't go into the oil refineries with a weapon.
Right,
Even though
correct.
you have a legal right to own it, they don't want it on their property. But them
Correct.
dudes would take a chance with it anyway and bring it in.
Damn.
You know, so depending on where you at, you know, you don't want to take a chance in New Orleans. And New Orleans could be a sketchy place.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean? Depending on where you go. So I remember I was telling somebody a while back, you know what Manchew's Chicken is on
Yeah,
Claiborne?
yeah, I heard of it.
And it's on Claiborne and Esplanade, I think.
Yeah.
And they got the fire little chickens, you know, little chicken drumettes, you know, baby chickens. But they got the fire fried chicken drumettes and Chinese rice. It's one of them little places when you walk in, right? So basically you pull up and they got dudes that are still selling T-shirts and old
Yeah,
CDs out their
yeah.
car. Music's bumping, trash all on the ground. You got, you got your regular one or two dudes begging.
Right.
You know, might have a prostitute or two walking down the street. You know what I mean?
It's real out
It's,
there.
it's real out there,
Yeah,
and
it's
they got
real.
dudes slanging too. You know, you can see it right there. But you really want your chicken.
Right.
So you kind of time the time that you pick your chicken up. Well, the way that me and my wife used to get the chicken is I would drive. Then she would get in the driver's side, and I say, "Look, I'm gonna go get the chicken." But I had to change my game face. You know, you bring your hat backwards, you kind of walk a little bit, you
yeah.
kind of put your mean mug on. You know, leave me alone type thing. And when you walk in this store, it's like one of them little. It's because it's Chinese store, right?
Right.
And when you walk in the store, they got the bulletproof glass.
Yeah.
So that's how you know it's about to be real. When you walk in the store, they got bulletproof glass, and they selling white tees from behind the counter.
Yes.
Right. That's how you
Yes.
kind of know.
Yep.
That's Manchew's. They got them white. Say, didn't you say, Eddie, one time you ran into BG and he was scooping up a white tea at the gas station?
That wasn't Manchew's. That was in
Oh, that was in a different spot.
Danny and Clyde.
That was a
Oh, damn.
In Metairie.
So you know if it's going down at the Danny and Clyde's in Metairie,
Yeah.
which is a lot more safer.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know Manchew's is off the
Oh,
hook.
shit,
So in Manchew's, man, you got it. So I would go in there, I would get the chicken, but I would tell my wife, look, if you see me run out, jump in the car, sky out, and go,
Damn,
hit the rubber the
dude.
wheels. You know what I mean?
Just in case.
Just in case. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's finish this video.
Williams' mom, Tanya Williams Brumfield.
This devastated. It really tore the family down.
Brumfield wondered what this would mean for Nicholas's future, and especially for his 7-year-old daughter. She rallied friends, family members, and even Williams' employer to write character letters. Many came from out of town to pack court hearings.
There was at least 7 family members each time, sometimes as much as 15 family members.
Even the district attorney's office took the unusual step of joining a defense motion to drop the so-called firearms enhancement and make Williams eligible for probation.
Even the district attorneys said, okay, this is excessive.
Distressed, Brumfield decided to seek help. So she called the community hotline of the Holy Cross Counseling Center and spoke to a student in training.
I did seek counseling because I just couldn't wrap my head around it.
Brumfield didn't think much of the call, but at her son's next court hearing, deputies arrested her. She was booked with public intimidation for allegedly threatening the judge in her son's case.
I was shocked.
Bro,
Damn.
I mean, her mom's,
What's going on?
this is a sketchy case. Can you
Dude.
imagine how she feels at this point? She's reaching out for legal representation from basically a nonprofit type group. She goes to court for the motion and she catches a case
That's wild.
for tampering with the judge or threatening the judge.
That sounds crazy. What do you think?
I think the city of New Orleans is shady.
Damn.
I mean, out of all, let's think about it, all the unsolved murder cases in the city of New Orleans, do they really have time and effort? I mean, we got dudes that are still, we got
Right.
one dude still on the run from an escape. We got, if you're from New Orleans, you know, you know.
Right.
It's not, you don't even sweat it no more when you turn the news on in the morning and you see 2 or 3 dudes that got blasted overnight.
Right.
It's just kind of like commonplace, you know. I remember I was working for a nonprofit company, and we pulled up one day our toolbox, which was a big Connex box, you know, one of them metal truck boxes. And I was with my coworker. We pull up, and cops were everywhere. The cautious tape. Somebody got shot in front of our toolbox.
Right.
His body was laid out, sketched out, and everything.
Damn.
And so we waiting, and we asked the cops, and he asked the cops, and the cops were like, well, you know, it might be, you know, we at least gonna be a couple more hours, you know, because we still investigating this. We gotta take pictures, crime lab, et cetera, et cetera. Y'all probably not gonna be able to get in y'all toolbox at least a couple more hours. So we're like, all right, whatever. So we had donuts, coffee, whatever. So I worked for a nonprofit company, and they hosted a lot of people from out of town. And this company I was working for was called the Phoenix of New Orleans, Louisiana,
Yeah.
with the rebuilding efforts after Katrina. So a lot of volunteers were there when it happened, and they come to find out we had to put building the house off until later that day.
Okay.
So we told everybody just relax, just chill, everything. So and everybody found out, well, what happened? And they found out that somebody got shot at our location. And so at the end of the day, our manager, he was a cool dude, man. He was from out of state. He called a meeting, and we get in the meeting, right? And we're like, what's this meeting about? And he's got all the people, and some people are kind of crying, and they're consoling each other. And I'm like, dang, what
Damn.
happened? You know what I mean? So this isn't wrong, but this is just me. I mean, I'm from New Orleans. You know?
Right.
So anyway, he says, we're having a meeting so everyone can express their feelings about what happened today. Well, they got this one dude who we work with. His name was Chris. This dude was a trip. He was from St. Louis. And he was real short-tempered. He was the one who was with me waiting to get in the box. And they were like, Chris, you have to be at this meeting. He's like, oh, damn it, man. He said, all day long, all I do is work, work, work. I don't have time to sit here at some meeting with people's insecure feelings because somebody got shot in New Orleans. He said, you know what? Every day when I wake up, I just kind of expect that somebody got shot overnight in New Orleans. It just so happened to be in front of my toolbox where I had to get the things. I don't really care about it. Can I go home now? And they're like, you're going to be reprimanded for that. It's very inconsiderate. And there are people in there crying and everything, you know what I mean?
Damn, dude.
So what I'm saying is there's all kind of stuff in New Orleans.
Oh yeah,
in New
bro.
Orleans.
It's crazy.
Yep. And I'm sure you got your stories too, you know?
Oh, I've seen. Yeah, I mean, everybody. You know, I've heard. I like hearing other people's stories though, because it's like I thought I've seen some shit until a lot of crazy stuff.
There's a lot of crazy stuff. But this lady, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
To be
that's-
charged with this?
Yeah, I think it's
this
a little
one-
radical. You know.
I think so. That's a good word for it.
because I knew that I hadn't done anything wrong.
But in this arrest warrant, a New Orleans police officer who took the complaint wrote that Brumfield, quote, believed her son was unjustly going to jail, described herself as going berserk, and that she planned to go to the courthouse, cause a scene, and harm Judge Holmes to draw media attention. Brumfield admits saying she would create a scene, but strongly denies threatening Judge Kimya Holmes.
I feel as though I've been wrongfully accused.
This grandmother of 7 with no criminal history, an employee of a local law firm, ended up in jail for 11 days before she made bail.
The worst 11 days of my life, and I've never been more humiliated or embarrassed.
At a recent court hearing, Brumfield's attorney, Stephen Smith, tried unsuccessfully to get the charge thrown out.
I never in a million years would have dreamed that it would have gone this far.
Her attorney used the officer's body cam recording while taking the complaint to show that there was never a mention of a threat of physical harm. He noted that his client attended subsequent court hearings and, quote, sat like a church mouse, never said a word.
So, as you can see, the judge is saying she was threatened by the lady. Did you see the picture? You saw the pictures of that woman, huh?
Yeah.
Did she look like
No,
she
she just like she said, humiliating is the word.
humiliating? And
Yeah.
even the witness is saying she sat like a church mouse and never said a word.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, all right, so here's my question. Let's say she did get belligerent, and let's just first, I'm not saying she did, but let's assume that she said something like, I'll kick your butt if I catch you out, you know, at the
Right.
store, man, I'm gonna lay my hands on you and everything.
Right.
Even if she did, do you think at that time that the justice system would be, legitimized by placing her under arrest, or do you think that maybe they should have been like, look, her son was accused of something that was really traumatic and kind of changed their lives, and he was really the victim of the situation, protecting the store he was paid to protect. And if you was the person, you know, who was over the case, even the DA, would you tell the judge, look, maybe we should just kind of let this one go? Or do you think, like, she committed a crime, if she did threaten him, that she should have been arrested anyway?
I mean, I wouldn't have did any of that to her, but that's just me. I mean, she's a concerned mom about, you know, something fucked up. It's a fucked up situation.
No matter what,
You know,
yeah.
yeah. So I think she did what any like normal mom would do. Especially, he seems to have a good family, good
Yeah,
home.
seems like,
Like, you
yeah.
know, they seem like good people.
I mean, in
Like,
Louisiana, you
and-
can't even have a firearm, so he's a security officer, so he apparently don't have a criminal record.
Yeah. So I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like he was at work. Like he's obviously qualified to carry the gun. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it's just, yeah. So it sounds like a good dude that did the right thing, getting fucking fucked with.
Down bad, man. To me, once again, a waste of taxpayers' money by putting this lady, you know, under arrest.
Nicholas's attorney, Jerome Matthews, saw Brumfield regularly in court.
She always sat there very respectfully and was just waiting on the outcome of her son.
Are you a threat to anybody?
Absolutely not.
Brumfield is now out on bail but required to wear an electronic ankle monitor, with her next hearing set for August. But she recently found a powerful new advocate, the Burrell Law Firm, which hired her despite her legal predicament.
We're going to support her full-fledged. Doesn't seem like she has a threatening bone in her body.
Attorney Dwayne Burrell said he actually considers Brumfield's devotion to her son as a positive.
This doesn't say anything about her character. She's fighting for her son. Obviously want justice for her son. That's what she should do.
But after more than 8 months waiting to resolve her case, Brumfield admits getting worn down.
Every day is a challenge, physically, mentally, emotionally.
She says the ankle bracelet makes her situation even worse, especially around her grandkids.
I have to hide it from them because they're gonna ask, Grammy, what's that on your ankle? And it hurts.
Despite her own difficult situation, Brumfield knows that if not for that call to a student counselor, her son may be in prison now, counting down the days of a 10-year sentence.
If having this monitor on set my son free, it was worth it.
And while her son was ultimately saved by the equivalent of a legal moonshot, Brumfield says she simply wants her day in court. Mike Pearlstein, WWL, Louisiana.
So
what happened?
he's off. He gets off, but she's still waiting for charges to go through the motions.
So he got off because
I guess eventually when they went back to court and everything, and to motions and all that, they realized it was trumped up bogus charges. You know.
yeah, that's
So
good.
I think the judge decided just to toss
And
it.
so they're not throwing out the moms.
They're not throwing out the moms. He's clear. Mom's still fighting charges.
I think they'll clear her.
I think eventually they're going to clear it too. I mean, obviously these attorneys wouldn't have took the case
Yeah.
if they didn't. I mean,
I mean, like your boy said, that's what he said it perfectly. Like it's a mother fighting for her son. I was like, yeah, that's because she knows he's a good fucking dude, and clearly, like, you know what I'm saying, like. If I thought maybe my son might have fucking did the wrong thing, maybe I wouldn't fight. But like, if I know that's a good kid, then yeah.
sure, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, the
I
mom,
think she did the right thing. That's what more people probably need to do. That's what that guy was saying.
I think
kinda.
so too. Yeah, and I'm glad that attorneys took our case. And,
Yeah, so that's what the attorney guy. Yeah.
I even hope if anybody sees this, you know what I mean,
Oh, yeah.
that it brings attention to cases, this case and cases like this, and just as you know that attorney's law firm is standing up and doing the right thing. Of course, they're going to get recognition for it too, which
Oh, for
helps
sure.
their brand.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of positives with it too. But I
Yeah,
think
it
this
was
is a
cool
good
that
thing.
they did that. You know?
Yeah, but here we go in New Orleans again. A jacked up judicial system. I can complain all day about the
All
city of New
day.
Orleans.
All
I tell
day.
people don't catch no case in New Orleans. Listen, I did dirt in New Orleans. I never caught a case in New Orleans. I know enough people who did catch cases in New Orleans.
Damn.
I always was lucky to catch all my cases either out of Jefferson Parish and I caught one out of St. Tammany. But I never caught a case in New Orleans. you know.
Right.
I wouldn't want to catch one, man.
No.
From what I understand, them dudes sit in pre-trial for years.
Damn.
You know, Jefferson Parish, you know, you might be there for, you know, it could take months, it could take years, depending on what kind of case you got, right?
Right.
How you trying to fight it and all that. But to sit in Orleans Parish Prison, which is brutal. My brother did some juvenile time and back in City Youth Center, used to call CYC.
Okay.
And I knew some other dudes who did some time in CYC, and then basically every day was just fighting. You know what I mean? Fight.
Damn.
You know, just wake up, fight, go to sleep, fight. You know, guards let you fight. Guards back then, they would be open the door. They call it open the floor. They would open the floor, and if you had a problem with anybody, you call them out, you fight.
Damn.
You know, and so that's what they did. You know, so, but I never been in it. You know, but I know enough people who have, and I've heard enough stories. You know, so but this lady spent 11 days in Orleans Parish Jail.
That sucks.
Yeah, all because she was defending her son. So I think the city needs to focus their priorities a little
Yeah.
bit better. You know, and of course, you know, we got issues you can see with the leaders, the chief of police, and the mayor, LaToya Cantrell. She's not from New Orleans.
No, she's from California.
Yeah, she's from California. So
Yeah.
do you know that the chief of police is also from California?
I
That
think
she
so.
hired, Kirkpatrick.
I think so.
So they're both from California. So here's my thing. Listen, I get it, man. You want to bring in the best of the best, right? I think you should be from Louisiana. You know what I mean? Kind of rise up the ranks
Right.
to be in certain positions because you understand the people and your constituents better.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion. That's
Yeah.
just my thoughts on it.
Yeah, there's a reasoning behind it, but it's all political.
Yeah.
So
It's political.
that's what my dad used to tell me. Cause
He was a cop, right?
yeah, I thought it would be good to be a cop. I was like, yeah, I know all the streets and shit. Like I thought I was gonna do some justice, you know. But he said it's if you try to clean it up here, you're stepping on somebody's toes there. You know, it's all shit's crooked, you know. But it doesn't, like, the system isn't crooked. The system's fucked. Like, the system is like legit, like legal, but everything else around it is fucked.
It's the one. That's it. The system design
Yeah.
could work.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's the
It's
leaders.
just yeah. Well, there's always gonna be. I think that's just
Yeah.
like in that's just like in the United States or any like country. You know, like it's all like the system itself is good, but the people working it fuck it up. You know.
Yeah, they mess it up. Yeah.
So like you got good cops, you got bad cops. You know what I'm saying? It's just that's
Yeah. You got good cops. You got
good
bad
politicians, bad politicians.
Yeah.
Same thing in the jails. You have good jail guards and you have bad ones. You know.
I've seen
My
it.
brother-in-law Timothy, he works in the jail and
Orleans, Jefferson.
Jefferson Parish, so he works in Gretna. Shit's crazy, and dude, they're fighting in there all the time. But so he's gotta fuck with some crazy motherfuckers, you know. And I've seen videos like dudes running across the bunks, like running, fucking jump, fucking hit their head on the like jump clean into another bed and just like knock themselves out. Like they do crazy shit, and he's gotten in fights, like people jump him, you know. So crazy shit happens in there.
They jumping him, and he's an officer.
Yeah. Like if they get a chance, they're gonna take you.
Yeah,
They're gonna take you out.
It gets wild in Jefferson
Mm-hmm.
Parish. Yeah.
Yeah, anybody gets a like if they think they could fucking kill you or fuck you up, you probably gonna get fucked up. I mean, I'm sure you've seen them before.
Oh yeah, I
dude.
seen it. Yeah, I seen some. I mean, I got jumped in Jefferson Parish.
Oh yeah.
You know, so but
But it's like so it's like the thing is, it's like if everybody was, I guess, doing the right thing, doing their job, shit would be better.
it would be better. It's like we were saying. It's the system, like Eddie was saying too. The system is good. It's the people who run the system. They can't be
Yeah,
trusted.
man.
Corruption.
I mean, yeah. It's just corruption and everything in the world. It seems now.
Yeah. What was your dad? Jefferson Parish.
JP.
He was
Mhm.
JP.
Yeah.
And he retired.
Yeah, no, actually, he had some fucked up shit happen to him, and he had to quit. So
Okay.
yeah, so I mean, a lot of fucked up shit happens. I mean, but look, cops get in a lot of trouble too if they fuck up.
And
You know?
and let's be honest. Sometimes people give cops a bad rap.
Oh yeah.
But you don't know what it is to be a cop until you're a cop.
Yeah.
To me.
My dad told me straight up, you ain't built for this shit. Like he was like, keep cutting hair. But I felt that, because I
Yeah.
was like, I know that like he's seen people blow their heads off, like kill themselves. He's seen, fucking gang violence. Like, everybody wants to be in the gang till they fucking see, motherfucker not make it, because they done beat him up to death or whatever, bro. Like just crazy shit that happens in real life. And I was like, I don't think I'd be able to handle seeing somebody shoot themselves in the face. Like, I don't mean, and so he's had to see that shit, and he's had to shoot at people shoot at him. Like, said the shit's wild. And I'm like, damn, this motherfucker used to come home every night. Like, and then, so, I think that's the part that a lot of people don't see is like, Yeah, I mean, they pretty much wake up every day, put on that badge and that gun, and they're like, they may not make it home either. Because
Right.
you got somebody that either A, don't like cops, or they're on drugs, don't like cops. Most people don't like cops, you know.
That's just the truth. Yeah.
But who you call when you need somebody? You fucking
call the
call the
cops.
cops. And unfortunately, you know, it's like, I used to think to myself, like, I thought my dad was a good cop, you know, but like I knew a lot of motherfuckers hated him. Like they hated me just because my dad was a cop, and I'm like, damn, bro, that's wild, you know. It's just
Yeah.
so it's got a stigma behind it, but fuck, dude, I've been in jail before, and I never called my dad one time, especially back in the day, because I knew if I called him, he was gonna fuck me up. Cause he was like one of them dads. He was like,
Yeah.
if you go to jail, I'm gonna kill you. So I was always afraid to go to jail.
Right.
Just
right.
because I was like, if I go to jail, he's killing me. Like I just thought.
And
I
even
was,
when you was in there, you're like, I'm not calling him.
yeah. And I wasn't worried about nobody going to jail. I was worried about my dad. I was like, nah, bro, that motherfucker will kill me. Like I ain't worried about dying in jail, even though I know that's a real thing. I'm like, my dad.
You
would
was
kill
more
me.
scared of your dad getting a hold of you than getting in a fight. in
Anybody
jail.
else in my life? Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, shit's wild.
It's wild, man. Like you said, man. It's until you see it, until you know what it is to be a cop. And I personally know cops, and they're good cops, man.
Yeah, man. They got
They're
there's
good people.
Look, and I would love to talk to people, you know, because I cut hair for a living. I talk to plenty of cops.
Yeah.
I've cut hair, and I'll tell you this. I think a lot of people that are my friends, even you know my dad included, it fucks you up for life.
Right.
Like, if you're a cop long enough, it's almost like going to war. You see a lot of horrific shit. Humans are really bad. We do a lot of fucked up shit to ourselves. Like, you know what I'm talking about? To where
Sure.
it's like, you almost don't believe in humanity anymore. At least that's how I feel like some of them feel. Like, I mean, I've seen it, and I'm like, damn, bro, like I'm over here preaching about God and this and that, and you know, they're telling me crazy shit. I've seen it, you know. My stepmom was also a paramedic, so she used to bring pictures home and show me and my sisters, like, hey,
Yeah.
drink and drive and wear your seatbelt, hit a tree doing 100, this is what happens. You know, like, so we kind of already knew, like, you could just die, like, at any time of the day. Like, you know, because most people don't live in that reality, but fucking life is real.
But cops and paramedics and firefighters, they
Oh,
see this.
yeah,
they're in
they
the
see
front lines,
everything. Yeah, they see
They
everything.
get called to the scene.
Firefighters are usually the first responders, and my dad was one of those, too. And he said you never get a burnt body smell out your nose, which fucked me up. And I
crazy.
was like, yeah, I'm good.
That's crazy because
Yeah,
I've never smelled that. I mean, I've smelled fire, but I've never smelled the
yeah,
burnt body.
yeah. You'll never
so
forget
I don't know what
it.
that is.
He
yeah.
said you'll never forget it.
Yeah, that's some tough stuff, man.
Yeah,
They deserve a lot more respect than they get, in my opinion.
Yeah, bro. I mean, they're risking their lives to save yours. I mean, like, most people aren't fucking willing to even hold the door open for you, you know? So I don't know, man. But yeah, like, do you have bad cops out there that do stupid shit? Of course. I mean, we got the same type of politicians in the White House.
Yeah.
Maybe not in the White House, but in office. You know what I'm saying?
There's good politicians and bad politicians on both sides of the aisle, on any
Yeah,
side of the
yeah.
aisle. But the thing I look at
At
is
the end
like,
of the day, they're all supposed to be for the people. And if you look at it now,
for
it looks like
themselves.
it's divided and for
no,
themselves.
some of them are, nobody should be allowed to be a career politician. But
Correct.
thinking back to this dude that's on this video, the security guard, how many times you watch videos on YouTube, Twitter, whatever, X, and you can see the videos where the security guard is watching stuff happen, and he's standing there with his phone, his hands folded, and he's like, I ain't doing nothing. I ain't getting involved in it.
Yeah.
This security guard actually took the audacity
his job.
to do his job, man. And because our society is so twisted and bent that now we look at security guards or cops as the bad guys when they actually do their
Yeah,
job.
yeah, yeah.
And until it's somebody who you
100%.
love,
100%.
you're critical of it.
100%.
But as soon as it's somebody you love, or it's your child or your parent or your friend who needs the help, then they change the tune.
Right.
Whereas the cop, but you didn't like the cop before. You didn't like the
Right.
security guard before. So it's just keeping that open mind and understand that people got to do their jobs. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, dude. I mean, if everybody did their fucking job, like every job in the world, right? World would be running a lot smoother. I'll
Yeah.
tell you that. You know, and that's in all aspects. Your food would taste better. Your fucking house would be cleaner. Your fucking, you know, just like if people just were better people,
Right.
fucking life would be good.
Actually-
There'd probably be less crime, by the way, if people would just fucking chill the fuck out.
It would.
You know?
Actually, that's what we're going to talk about next. In our next segment, we're going to talk about what is the best place to go and get food service at a fast food restaurant. But you know what? Give us a like and subscribe to Pen and a Shank and to Eric's AGH Studio. And that's all we got to say about this. Give security guards and police a fighting shot.